Hello everybody. Wanted to go ahead and bring you another random rant here. The beginning of it actually says it's a vlog a day, but I realized it went way too long and I decided to make it a rant. So those of you who are looking for the random rant stuff, don't be thrown off by the vlog a day introduction coming up in the next little clip. But just to be warned, it's extremely long. Well, I don't know if it's that long. You'll see the video length. But it's rather, I don't know, me being extremely pissed off about the whole banking system and dealing with that with my elderly neighbor next door. So anyway, good luck with the video and hope you enjoy watching. Have yourself a great day. Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day. And today is the 11th. And I just spent the last, I don't know, probably 4 hours. I had to look at my phone when I got the call. I got a call from my neighbor earlier today and said that the bank called her and said that she's got some more checks and electronic withdrawals and that junk coming in that's going to put her account overdrawn again. I want to say praise to them for I guess giving me that information prior to, or giving her that information prior to actually just start charging her the money. And we had a little bit of cash left from the money that we basically the check she cashed the other day that I went and cashed for her. We had about $132 left of it, so I took that money up there. I went ahead and deposited it, and the slip they gave me back said there's $47 in the account right now. So she already was overdrawn, so I'm not sure if they're going to hit her with another, $30 per check, whatever. I can't imagine they're not going to do it. I mean, I don't know. It seems like that's what banks do. Got a letter from her annuities fund, which is Bankers Life, I believe what it was. Got that in the mail today. When I stopped by to get the information to go up to drop off the money at the bank for her. And of course, I was excited because I thought that was going to be her check from the withdrawal from her account, which would then go deposit it. We back up to snuff. We won't have any problems. There'll be some extra money in there for the other random checks that she wrote out for contributions to politicians and all that crap. In last month and a half she's been doing this. It was all relieved and all solved. She opened the envelope up and there was no check, but there was 3 forms she had to fill out actually I guess 2 forms she had to fill out and a third page saying what she wanted, because she had 2 separate accounts and she could only pull out. She asked for $1,000 from, which took literally 5 business days, calling every day to get them to call her back to begin with. So we already have 1 week of this that was delayed before anything happened, before she actually even was able to speak to a live human being. I finally, because she don't have long distance, I had to call. I was calling every day, leaving messages when I could. Most of the time it just said the fact that their answer machine was full. There wasn't even room for leave a message. They were overwhelmingly high call volumes, all that crap. I finally got the lady to call me back after dealing my own number, so I know at least she got a hold of her. And the woman was just extremely obnoxious. She was snotty, she was shitty, saying how she's overworked and there's too much stuff going on. And I asked her, why don't you hire somebody? This is ridiculous to take a week to get a hold of somebody. So we got the letter, said the fact that they had to have her fill out this form to have the money removed from 2 separate accounts, as opposed to just taking, because if she had pulled the full $1,000 out of one account, there would have been a penalty, which I'm assuming the penalty is about 10%. So she would have been charged additional $12 in fees for the $120 above it. And basically, to keep from getting over the penalty fee, she actually had to pull the money out of 2 separate accounts instead of the one account, which I'm fine with that. But you could have sent her the check for the $861 that you going to send her that account anyway, and we would have at least had that money, and we would have had to wait for the $120 on the second account, or whatever the heck the deal was. She could have told her, hey, I've got to have you sign some stuff. We could have had it faxed in. We could have done our digital signature over the internet. We could have done emails. There's a whole bunch of things to do. But no, of course, it comes in the mail. And I went ahead and had her sign the form stating the fact, take the money out of both accounts, whatever and whatnot. So we're going to have that money pulled out. And I talked to them on the phone. So I called her. Ironically, she actually answered the phone. I asked him, hey, what the hell's the deal here? Why is this a form, not a check? That we've already, at this point, we're now there's 9 days into this process going on. And actually, it's 11 days into this. We're going into this 11 days now. And we still haven't heard from you, don't have a check. And she basically told me the fact she wasn't talking to me, I wasn't in the account. I said, fine, here's the lady on the phone. She puts on the phone and basically starts telling her how I've got her all worked up and all this junk, and she'll take care of her. She'll make sure it's all fine and dandy. Well, yeah, you'll take care of her, but you said it's going to be another week after you get the form before you even release the check. So let's just say the mail's out. Let's say the mail's only out 1 day each. So now we're looking at best case scenarios. The letter's in the mail today. She'll get it Thursday. We're more likely to get it Friday, which she won't do anything with it for Friday. It's going to take a week. So the best case scenario, she's going to release the check to us, or to Beverly, next Friday. So we're another week out past it. And then you figure it takes a day or two to get here. I get up and get a deposit at the bank, and we already are overdrawn at the moment. So I went there, deposited the last $132, which means we have $47.13. $47.13 to last us for the next 7 or 10 days at least, which is ridiculous. So I don't know what she's going to do. She said she had a collectible book of coins with like the quarters, the state quarters and that, and I told her not to basically remove the quarters and that last 10 days ago, because she had a bucket there full of change, which was $49 worth, I think. And I told her we'll take care of those first and then see if we need it. And I called her today after I got done dealing with the bank, so we only have $47 left in your account. That's got to feed her that stuff. She won't get another Social Security check until the 3rd or 5th of next month. I'm not sure when it is. So we've got, this is the 11th. So we've got 20 days plus that she's got to be able to live on $47. And yeah, I did go get her groceries the other day, but not 20 days worth. There's just no way she's gonna have 20 days worth of food there. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen the whole process. We need at least 10 days worth of food, which I don't even think we got that, but I don't know. The woman said how I'm getting the neighbor worked up and she's gonna take care of her. She don't want to get her hit with any fees. Well, yeah, you might not want to get hit with the 10% fee of $12 at your end. Problem with it is the bank's gonna hit us with $30 up to 3 times per check or per withdrawal trying to come in there, which in a matter of 4 days last time was over $500. So even if your penalty was 100% an extra $120, we're still better off there than it would have been this way. Or at least give her the $861 she could have had on that account, and we would have had that check, which would have kept us from being overdrawn. So I don't know how she's going to get out of this, because as soon as those checks keep bouncing, it's just going to keep piling up. I don't have a bank statement for the last couple of days, because the bank now wants to charge us basically every time we get a printout, which I wanted to get a printout every day, and they're saying we can't do that. They're going to charge us, I think it's like $3 or $4 to get a printout so I can see, because she didn't write down the checks that she wrote. I was looking at from 3/13 to 4/6 with the statement I've got. They have a photocopy of the back of the paper with the checks on it, and there was $600+ of checks she wrote out to random politicians, impeach Obama, to get the death tax lowered down. I mean, just Joe Biden, all this kind of little stuff. And we're talking from 3/13 to 4/6, $600+, and that's just the check she wrote, not counting all the bank fees on crap, which was over $500. So she's $1,100 into that, which is ridiculous. And because I don't know the check numbers that are out there, because she was writing checks out of, I believe, up to 4 different checkbooks, I talked to the bank, and I said the first time she held a bunch of checks and allowed me to put stop payments on, I think, $245 worth of checks, which, don't get me wrong, that saved our butt, because right now we would be completely back in the hole again. So I mean, that was good. But I asked her, I said, is there any chance, any possibility when those checks come in every day in the morning, I'll be here at opening, I'll be here at close, I'll be here whatever time you want me to be here, and I'll have her here if we need to also, to have her look at the checks and say, I want to stop payment of that. She goes, well, it costs $15 per check. I said, I know that. So if a check is $15 or less, don't stop the payment. Personally, if it's $15 or even that, I would still stop the payment anyway, because the same money spent, and screw the person who's taking advantage of her. But if it's $16 or above, let's put a stop payment on that check, because that's $1 more. And most of the checks that I look at she wrote are for $25, $50, $35. There's a $39.99 thing. There's just a bunch of, like, they're all over $15. So you figure, even if we would have looked at those, all would have been $15 a piece. There was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There was like 20 of those. So you figure, let's just say on average we saved $5, which, I mean, you actually figure the minimum we'd save would be $10 on the $25 check. So that's $200 more she have in her account right now by doing stop payments, but the bank wasn't willing to do any more stop payments for her unless she knew the actual check numbers. And part of me really thinks maybe I should have went ahead and just, had her close her account and let all the checks come in as on a closed account and fight them back that way. But she has a handful of things like the water bills taken out electronically. There's a few things set up that would have been a big pain in the butt, and she didn't want to do it. I made that suggestion to her. She didn't want to do that, so I don't know. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out. I hate the idea of having to go pull money out of my personal pocket and go give her money in that account, but I might have to do that because I don't know when that money's going to get here. The biggest fear is the fact that she's going to start writing more checks and then I'll never see that money again. So it's bad enough I'm giving up, like I said, like 4 hours of my life today, like an hour yesterday going through letters. I mean, I've got a stack of mail, literally 2 inches thick plus, of just crap politicians and impeach Obamas and stop immigrants and just all kinds of crap like this that's going on and on and on that are begging her for money constantly. I mean, there's some that are like talking about how her Social Security benefits are going to get reduced if she don't pay them at least $100 to help fight the cause. They're going to reduce her Social Security by $25. Well, the thing with it is, she's got 3 of those since I've been dealing with. So we've been dealing like 11 days now, looking at her mail with her and throwing stuff away to burn it, and she's got 3 of those. So she's 3. If she would have paid each one of those, which I'm sure they're counting on people who are a little bit senile, to send them money, you're at $300 out. That's a year's worth of Social Security deductions if it ever gets reducted, which it's not getting reducted yet. They're just fear it might if you don't help elect so-and-so, which that one person can't make a difference. So I don't know. I'm absolutely wound up. I'm pissed off. I'm frustrated. I don't know. I've got a woman at Banker's Life who basically is saying how she's going to take care of her, and she's letting her just get hit by another $500 for the bank fees possibly. So anyway, I guess that's what I know for now. Thanks for letting me kind of complain here. It's more of kind of a random rant than it was actually a daily vlog. But the other thing, I guess on the good side, what I got is before I got the phone call, I was over talking to my neighbor. Actually, I guess I came out and there was a couple pieces of wood sitting on my front step here in front of my garage. And there was a really nice big, I'd say about 2.5 inch by 3 inch chunk, about a foot long of cedar he cut out of his firewood. And then a really funky bright yellow piece of hedge that I'm going to try. Actually, he suggested turning like a coaster out of. I'm not really a coaster turner, but I figured, hey, it's about the only thing. It's about an inch or inch and a half thick, maybe somewhere in there. So I might try and maybe do something with it. I might even make it into a little cigar ashtray instead of a coaster. So I know the idea of a wooden ashtray is not the smartest, but if a guy puts a couple coats of good lacquer on it and lets it cure, it might work. So that's the good part, I guess. I actually was planning on coming back and turning that piece. I was going to cut it down on the table saw a little bit to kind of rough it into a round shape, but so pissed off right now, I don't know what I'm going to do. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you guys have any idea if there's any way of getting help to help get her off all these mailing lists for all these random people begging her for money and shit. She even admitted the fact that she'll throw a letter away and it sits in the trash for a week, wait for the mail to go, and she feels guilty and thinks maybe they could use the money, and she goes and writes some checks. And like I said, just in that short period of time from 3/13 to 4/6, so we're talking less than a month, she spent $600 plus on contributions and crap that wasn't needed. So anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And be sure and have yourself a safe and wonderful day.